Okay, we're going to try this again because I was getting feedback that I was frozen. So we don't need that. So come on back in here. I'm going to invite Amy and hi guys. Hopefully you can see me now. I'm not frozen. Hey Amy. Okay, I'm going to invite you to join Amy. And if you guys are watching the replay, so that I know, okay, I'm inviting her now, so that I know who's watching live, who's watching replay. Hi, Marissa. Okay, I'm inviting Amy. Hey. Maybe I'm just having a little bit of Wi-Fi stuff. See if it's inviting. Is it working? Okay. That is a guest. Okay, we're coming. She's here. Ah! We're gonna get this, right? Okay, so come on. I see it's blinking inviting right now. So it's blinking. Hope how's everyone doing today? Doing good? Okay. Yay! I'm here. Yay! Okay. So, guys, if this is your first time connecting with me, will you drop a 1 in the comments because I want to give you a shout out and connect with you more. And if this is your first time connecting with Amy, drop a 2 in the comments because I'm sure she would love to connect with you more and we'll give you a shout out. So, yay, we're here. We're not frozen. So I want to introduce myself real fast and introduce Amy. I'm so excited to be able to come on here and do an interview style live. This is fun. So my name's Christy Deer and I'm a success and mindset coach for female entrepreneurs and I'm senior executive director with Monate. And I have Amy McNally here who is my friend and she's a part of my team. She's gorgeous. I mean, look at that hair, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. And she has a really incredible story, guys. I mean, she just joined January of 2017 and in only 4 short months, she replaced her income as a family therapist. That's amazing. And she grew yeah. It is, and she grew an organization of 960, and you know she's helping so many people, and I just really wanted to come on here and do this with her so she could share her story and just have fun. Yay! So okay, so I want to ask you, Amy, why did you decide to venture into this new business opportunity?
Definitely. So as a marriage and family therapist, I was very much trading dollars for hours. So I only got paid for the clients that I saw. And I remember it being so frustrating when they would cancel. Right. And so in my mind, like, I mean, I went into that profession to help people, but truth be told, like it got to the point where people were canceling every week for whatever reason. And I'm in my head mentally calculating, okay, well, there goes half my paycheck. Right. And so, because it's not like you could get more clients that easily, like it's a whole process. And so I just remember I kept praying for something more. Like I kept praying for a different opportunity. And then I actually stumbled across life coaching. So I was incorporating that as well as my therapy. And I was actually doing relatively well with that. I was coaching female entrepreneurs and females who just couldn't like get ahead in their life or their business. And so that was my specialty with that. So here I am, 2 jobs, right? So I had my therapy job. I'm traveling out of town to meet clients. Christy, there were days I would drive 2 hours round trip and I would get to their house and they weren't there. And
oh my gosh. Oh,
like the tears of frustration. And that happened more than one time. And so
because
I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Because
I didn't get
they paid you then. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, unless you saw your client and provided notes to the insurance company on what you did, et cetera, you did not get paid. I didn't get paid for gas. I didn't get paid for mileage. Like, it was not a good time. So I I started doing life coaching, and I thought that that was the answer, like, to my prayers. I really did. I loved it. It allowed me to work from home. I was making some cash. Like, if they canceled, it wasn't a huge deal because I could just reschedule. Like, I wasn't out a 2-hour round trip. But here's the deal. So I really, really, really wanted to quit my therapy job. Like, I just knew in my heart that that was not lighting me up. It was not bringing me joy and the passion that it once did. So I was looking for something to supplement my coaching income. And coaching is wonderful. It's amazing. But if you're in that industry, you know that there might be months you crush it and you are just bringing in the dough. And then the very next month, it could be like crickets. And so it was hard.
Give me some hearts if you guys are coaches or you resonate with that, where some months you make great money and then other months you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, right? And you're like, where is my money going to come from? You know, give me some hearts if you feel that, because I feel you. I feel you.
Yes. And seriously, it almost got to feel like, again, that my energy around that shifted, because it was like I started thinking more along the lines of, where's my next client going to come from? Oh my gosh, I got to hustle. Oh my gosh. And it was like taking away from the joy that I had from actually doing the coaching. And so I went back to square one and I just started praying, and I was praying for an opportunity. I didn't know what that opportunity was going to look like. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just kept praying. I'm like, God, I'm smart. I'm educated. Like, I have all these qualities. Like, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to serve. And, you know, it's kind of crazy how you and I had met in the coaching industry. And then lo and behold, you started sharing Monet, and my ears started perking up, because not only did your hair look incredible, but I was like, hey, if she can do that, right? If she can segue from being a coach and add this on as an additional income stream, why can't I? Why not me?
Right, exactly. And you know, Jessica just commented and she said, you know, hairstylists the same thing. And that's so true. Yes. I mean, you get paid, you know, every time you see a client, you get paid every time you're behind the chair. So I mean, people cancel on you, or you know, you might expect to make a certain amount that week and people don't show up or they cancel, or yeah, I mean, that can be tough, right? For sure. And I love that. Yeah, why not me? Why not add on an additional stream of income, right? I mean, people do it all the time. Well, or, you know,
right?
Huh? Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to make some more money, drop some money bags below, because that was where I was at.
Yeah, drop some money bags. If you would love to have an additional stream of income, drop some money bags. I mean, why not? Especially in time for the holidays. It's amazing. So I want to ask you this, because sometimes, you know, I was this way. I had kind of a block around this type of work and network marketing. And I've talked about it before. I'm like, I don't know why I subscribed to that story. It's like somebody told somebody who told somebody who told somebody. And, you know, sometimes people do. They just maybe aren't open to network marketing. So how'd you feel about it before Monate?
Oh my gosh. So I was really naive to the actual industry, right? But I was very aware of my friends who are in sales, right? And I just feel like it does have a really bad reputation, to be honest, in terms of, you know, it's salesy, it's sleazy, all they want is me for my money. I mean, and I've actually had, unfortunately, friends who are in sales, and they did approach me, and it wasn't in a great way. So I think that, you know, there is a negative stigma attached to that. And if I'm being honest, like, I was like, how am I going to go from being a therapist, right? I have my master's degree. How am I going to go from doing that to, oh, I sell shampoo? I mean, and there, yeah. There were major blocks around it.
Yeah. But isn't it interesting now that you're in this business, it's so much more than selling shampoo or the products. Like it's so much more than that.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And the really amazing thing is that I now get to coach my team, which I love. So it's like I didn't want to give up coaching completely because I loved it, right? I love helping people. That's why I went to school for so many years and got my, degree in therapy. It's because I'm a helper. Like if you've ever read that book, The Four Color Personalities, I am a yellow through and through. Like that's just how I am. So the fact that I now get to coach my team and help them, that helps me, it helps them. And I'm like, this is the best ever. Like everybody
Right.
wins.
Isn't it? That's so awesome. So it sounds like you did have a shift on how you feel about network marketing right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest, like I didn't have a lot of respect for the profession prior to being in it. Again, I was also very naive. I didn't even really fully understand what it encompassed. But now I'm like, this is amazing. Like, why isn't everybody doing this? Like, even if,
Yes.
even if you have a full-time job, I have so many women on my team that already have full-time jobs, but you know what? They're working this part-time. They're working their business in the evenings, on the weekends, and they are so excited to get their paychecks. Like, when I get those text messages or Facebook messages, oh my God, I just transferred, over to my account. And I'm like, yes, like that's what it's all about. So, and everyone has a different why. I have people who are saving for a wedding. That is why they started this business. I have other people who want to make this their full-time career and stay home with their kids. It's like, it's so amazing that you can make it what you want. If you just want a couple of $100 extra a month, or if you're wanting several thousand, wherever end of that spectrum you are on, it's totally possible and it is totally doable with this company.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. And that's so true. You make it what you want, right? And so what would you say is the best thing that's happened to you since joining Money?
Oh my gosh. So I obviously, as you mentioned, I got to leave my therapy job, which I had really mixed feelings about, because there was a part of me that was like, well, wait a minute, right? I went to college for 7 years for this. I put in a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. But again, at the end of the day, I think it was just letting go of that expectation that, hey, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, So definitely being able to quit that. And honestly, prior to Monet, I had 3 jobs. So I was doing the therapy. I was doing coaching, which is very like time consuming and mentally consuming as well, when you're taking on the problems of other people. And I had a monthly coaching membership site. So I had 3 different things that I was juggling. And then I added Monet, right? And so I had 4 different things, including Monet. But what I've noticed is that I'm a huge fan of like, follow your joy, right? Like if it makes you happy, keep doing it. If it doesn't, let it go. And so I was able to quit my therapy job. I was able to I stopped my monthly membership. And honestly, I stopped one-on-one coaching, and I now pour my time, expertise, resources into my team, and I coach them. So I got to leave all 3 jobs and just focus on Monet's.
Yeah, and still do what you love and what your passion was, and that's help people and coach them and train them and help them step into the best version of themselves. Right. And it's just like, don't you feel like, for me, I feel like it's even a more organic way. So all these people in my organization, I don't feel like maybe I would have never met if I wouldn't have joined Monet. And now, my upline and I are doing like a boot camp, like a 6-week mindset and success boot camp for everybody in our team. And that's open to people on our team. So it's like we're giving so many resources and training and supporting people. And I don't know if I would have, met all these people if I wouldn't have joined Monet. And, as a coach, like you said, like our passion is helping people, but then, nobody really tells you. And even as a, entrepreneur, even if you're not a coach, you're an entrepreneur, and, there's a lot of overhead that goes into that. For like coaching, you might have a really successful launch. Like you said, really good months. I have too, but you got to pour back in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars back into your website, you know, doing email marketing, you know, hiring people to write, you know, copy for different things, to you know, to hold your launch so that people, you know, join your group programs and things like that. And so it was a lot of pouring back into the business, a lot of monthly overhead. And, you know, this is so organic. There's not really any overhead in this business. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And I completely agree. Like, and as a coach and as a therapist, because even as a therapist, I had to provide all my own materials. So I did a lot of therapy work with teens, a lot of therapy with children. And so that's a lot of play therapy, right? And as silly as it sounds, that's me buying board games. That's me buying, you know, all these different things. Like, I literally had an entire closet in our home dedicated to my therapy stuff, you know, workbooks, like materials, just all this stuff. And like you said, the same with the coach. Like, there are so many things that you pour into. And if you're a decent coach, you're investing in coaches to make you a better coach, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's,
so
yeah.
there's all these expenses. And honestly, like, I truly believe that the only expenses I have on any given month are just making sure that I have the inventory on hand that I use personally, like, so that I can keep my hair in tip top shape. Like, that is the cost, and I don't even have to purchase every month. It's literally just like, oh crap, my shampoo's getting low, got, you know, every 3 months or whatever. So
Yeah, they don't even
website.
require.
No.
They don't even require you to make a purchase. I mean, it's amazing. You don't have to have overhead in this business if you don't want. That's amazing. But of course, we're gonna buy the products because, I mean, hello,
Right?
your hair. I mean, my hair has never looked so good. I literally, guys, I've not washed my hair in like 5 days. I'm serious. This is freaking amazing, and it just holds curls. So let me ask you this. Last question. You know, some people might be watching and they might be like, you know, I'd love to do this. I'm just not sure, you know, if I can, or how to integrate it, or I'm just not sure about network marketing. What would you say maybe to people on the fence about adding an additional income stream? Something like, you know, adding money.
Right. So here's the deal. And this is how the approach that I took with it when I first joined. I didn't know, again, I was very naive to what network marketing entailed. But at the very least, I was like, look, I'm going to have great hair, right? At the very bare minimum, like, very worst case scenario, I'm going to have great hair, which, hello, like, that's not even a bad thing. But if you are sitting there and you are the one praying for something else, right? Like I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know how it was going to manifest, but I knew that I needed something different to shift in my life because I was so sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Like, literally, it was exhausting to work just to pay your bills and not to live, right? Like, that wasn't fun to me. So if you are in that position where you could benefit for some extra income, or you're in that position where you're craving a community, like, literally one of my very best friends, I met through Monet. She is now on my team. I would have never met her. And literally, like, I can't even picture my life without her in it now. And so it's like, to have that community, to have the extra money, to have some of the stress taken off, right? Like, paying bills is stressful. Like, living can be stressful. Finances are stressful.
The holidays used to be so stressful for me, guys, with 3 kids. I have a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, and almost 11-year-old. Her birthday's coming up. But I mean, I would be stressed, and we would have to charge stuff. We would have to charge the credit card and then take my husband's bonus, or, you know, spend like a year paying it off. And then it's paid off. And then, oh my gosh, Christmas coming. And
right.
Yeah, I mean, it would really stress me out. There were times when I would be up at night, like, okay, so I've got this much money for this bill, this much money for this bill, and then, okay, I've got this much for groceries. Like, I don't have to worry. I mean, it is such a freeing feeling, And that's what
it really
we're able to do. We're able to help people also do the same thing.
Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest eye-opening experiences that has happened for me recently is that my husband and we had to get new furniture, like a new couch and a love seat. And our very first couch together, like, as a married couple, we had to get a credit card to pay for this couch. And we literally paid the very bare minimum on it every single month. Okay. I hope I don't cry, because this tells like the difference in such a short time. We just went and bought a new couch, a reclining love seat and sofa, and I was able to pay cash for it. Like
Ah,
cash, no credit card, nothing. And I remember like we got in the car and my husband was just like, thank you. And thank you for saying yes. Thank you for like trying something different. Thank you for Monet. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like what a surreal moment.
Amy, that's so exciting. That gave me chills. And I love that because, like he said, sometimes people I think get stuck in, fear of what if I fail, or I don't know, it's so new, I've never done it, or and it's like you said, thank you for trying it, thank you for being open to something different, and look what happened.
Absolutely. And it's so funny. Like, I don't know where people fall on the spectrum of like spirituality, but every night at dinner, we sit down and we pray. And I promise you, 99% of the times, Monet is included in our prayers. Like, thank you for that because it really has changed our lives. Like, obviously, mine, I get to be home now, right? And I'm not as stressed because I'm not traveling. I'm not having people canceling, and like you mentioned, like, okay, well, this bill, are we going to have enough for this? And like constantly checking our accounts, like, we check them now, but it's more to like give gratitude at what's in there instead of stress, and it's such, like you said, with the holidays, it is such a good feeling to buy something for somebody just because you know that they'll love it instead of, oh, well, this is on sale or this is what we can afford, or it really is a different way of life. And like I said earlier, like if you want to make this a full-time business, it's absolutely doable. It's absolutely possible. If you're just wanting a little bit of extra income every month, great, fantastic. Like we will welcome you with open arms into our community. We will coach you and show you, the things we've done to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I love that. And you know what? It's like the money's life changing, and like you said, the friendships, the support. And this week, you might have seen my lives that we're all doing. We're all participating in, but it's Money Gratitude Week, and we're giving back. And not only am I not worried about the holidays for buying gifts for my family and my children, but I'm able to help organizations and give back to causes I care about. And that's what our culture is about. That's what Money it's about. That's what our team is about. It's about giving back. It's about making a difference. It's about and I was just doing my prayer and visualization this morning, and I started crying because I thought, I've always wanted to like help people. I've just never really had, I mean, I know you could volunteer a time, but I've never really had the extra funds to just give freely. And I was just tearing up because it's like, I just am able to like, give. And, the shelter I'm working with is like, you guys are a godsend. I mean, they're so appreciative. This is what it's all about. There's so much. It's just so much love and joy and abundance and friendships. And you can't create success in this style of business, how it's laid out, without helping a lot of other people create success. So it's not just one person successful. You're working as a team, and it is amazing. The business model, the structure, it's amazing. And I'm just excited. I'm glad you said yes. I'm happy that you joined me. You're amazing.
And when you think about it, you start to think about, oh my gosh, look at all these other people that I'm impacting. And like you said, I think part of why network marketing gets a bad stigma is because people imagine it's just one person sitting at the top making money off of everybody. And that's not the structure. I mean, it really is. In order for you to succeed, if you see somebody at the top, it's because they've helped a lot of people get really high up too. And so it's everybody wins. Like that is what is so beautiful. And it's not like, one person is better or this or that. It's like we are all working together. We are all helping each other. Like the community that we have created within this company is honestly like one of my favorite things. Like I said, I mean, just the friendships, and it's like a sense of purpose that is so much bigger than, oh, I get to see you an hour a week to give you therapy every week, or, it's so much bigger than that. And that you're truly impacting the lives of other people and their families.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. And that story of you getting the couch, paying cash, and, so many stories of that from people on our team. And it's exciting to be a part of, and exciting to you know, it's exciting. It's exciting to be a
I
part.
agree.
Yeah. And so I really appreciate you sharing your story. I mean, I love how it's made such a difference in your life, and I love that you were open to it. And I'm really happy, honestly, that too. For a while I was scared, I was nervous, I wasn't really open to this type of work at all. So I'm glad that I got over those. I like to call them LBs, limiting beliefs, and just be open, right? Open to something new, open to the possibility. And yeah, we wouldn't have really, I mean, we connected in the coaching world, but we didn't really, hang out or talk as much and become as close as we have now through Monate. So it's amazing.
Absolutely. And again, we aren't anything special. I mean, I think that, some people have preconceived notions that they have to be a certain type of person, or, do a certain thing. And the beauty is you can run your business how you do. You don't have to do it like Christy does. You don't have to do it how I do it. Run it how it's going to be more successful if you do it in a way that feels good to you anyways. So don't feel like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. Like, just do what feels good to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you know anybody who is money motivated, ambitious, who likes to have fun, help a lot of people, and who would love to have an additional stream of income, I want to encourage you to share this video, or tag somebody in it. And if you're thinking, well, hey, maybe that's me, reach out to Amy or myself and get more information, because we would love to share with you about the amazing products, or the opportunity.
Yeah, and maybe someone else can be buying their Christmas in cash or their next couch in cash.
Yes, absolutely. And be a part of something big, something amazing, something wonderful. So I love it. Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. And I really enjoyed this. And yeah, so happy Wednesday. And do you have anything else that you wanna add before we wrap it up?
First of all, thank you for inviting me to even do this with you. I think it's such a nice feeling to be able to share your story, because that other people are sitting there in that same position, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think more than anything, if you've watched this whole thing and you have that feeling in your gut of, oh my gosh, I want something, but I'm not sure if this is it, but I reach out to one of us. We're not going to bite. We don't want you on the team if it's not a fit for you. But the amazing thing is what if it is? So don't hesitate to reach out to, maybe it's not even us, maybe it's somebody else that and that's totally fine. Like, you have to go with who you feel the most comfortable with, but just reach out, or just tag somebody, or just share this post. I mean, even if it's not a fit for you, you don't understand how you might positively impact somebody else's life by doing such a simple thing like tagging or sharing.
So true. I'm so glad you said that. So true. Yeah, well, thanks, girl. This was fun, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Bye. Okay, bye. See you guys later.